This is Donna from Donny Crochets, and today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful beach top that I have on, as you can see. So let's get into it. Welcome. So today we are going to learn on how to quickly make this two different kinds of tops, and I'm just going to briefly take you through what I did, because I have tutorials for both of these patterns on my other videos, so kindly go and check them out. But I'll just briefly show you how I put together the two different looks. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use these three pieces. They are like two panels, this one and this one, and then there is this sort of triangle panel. Let me just call it a triangle panel. You don't have to use this same exact pattern that I used. You can use any pattern you wish, but so for the first top that we are going to do, basically what I did is I started off with my foundation chain. After starting off with my foundation chain, I made double crochets up to, this is about let me take a tape measure. This is about 6 inches. Basically for this area, you just want to measure the cup size. Yeah, how the type of measurement you're going to need here is one that is going to cover the bust. And then if you're not using this mesh version, if you're using a solid pattern, it's okay. You don't have to do what I did. You can just do it in solid patterns. So for this other piece, if you're doing it in solid patterns, do it in solid patterns. If you're doing it in mesh patterns, do it in mesh patterns. But the only difference that I want you to do is find the midpoint. After finding the midpoint, you are going to work in two sets, two to create that triangle effect at the middle. So make sure whatever you are doing, if you are doing, let's say if you are doing double crochet, let's say this is our midpoint, we are going to work in 2 double crochet, 1 chain 1, and then 2 double crochets. Yeah, so it's going to be like that. And if you are going to work, if you choose to work this triangle pattern that I did, what you're going to do is work in one set, one triangle, and then work in another triangle. Yeah, so that's what you're going to do. And when you go back to the next row, you're going to work in between the triangles you created. So that's here. Yeah, so that's what you need to do. After creating the two of these, what you are going to do is attach them. You're going to attach this part to this other part, and take the other one again and attach it to this part. I know it doesn't make sense, but always first make sure when you're using this panel, it's aligned out straight. So you stitch these parts like this together, and then the other part. Then when you wear it, what you're going to do is just, let me show you. Let me attach this quickly. So when you're attaching, first of all, you find the midpoint at the triangles that you are making. This is the midpoint, right? Then you'll start working at the midpoint. You attach, always work on the wrong side. find your wrong side first. After finding the wrong side, attach it and get your choice of yarn. If you're using a decorative stitch, you can use a different kind of color, but if you're just attaching it, you can use the color that you are using to make the rest of the piece. So first of all, I like to weave in my ends as I go, so that I don't have a lot of work to do when I finish doing the pieces. So keep going until the end, attach both sides, and then I'll meet you there. Now that I've finished attaching, what I forgot to mention is the length of the panels. The length of the panel is you're going to add the measurements of your neck size. You're going to wrap your tape measure around the neck and then get that measurement, and then you're going to measure one side of your shoulder, from the shoulder right to under the breast. Yes, that's the measurement. So just for one side. So let's say my neck measurement was 13. So 13, and then the measurement for my shoulder to under the breast was 14. So I'm going to add 13 plus 14, and that will give me the measurement for this panel. Don't add two sides of the shoulder to under the breast. You just need one. So that for me, that was 13 plus 14, and that's how I came with the measurement for the panel that I'm using. And then now that it is attached, this top is just basically done. Now let me show you how to wear it. So this is our top. It looks like this. You're going to make straps that are going to go through the back side, and it's going to be a lace up. But basically for the front, what you need to do is, it looks like this. Yeah, it looks like this, but how you're going to wear it first, you're going to wear it from the back, the wrong side first. After you have the wrong side, what you're going to do is turn it. It's like you're making a crisscross. Yeah, are we together? And basically that's how the top is going to be. Adjust all the areas, and then you pull this back. Of course, after you've already attached your lace up, but the main part is this front, where you have to wear it from the wrong side first facing the wrong side, and then you turn it like so, and then you attach the lace. After you attach the lace, you adjust everything to cover the breast area, well, this area, but it's going to give this beautiful effect at the middle, and it's also going to have some side boob cleavage, as you can see from the video and the picture. So basically this is how to wear and make this first top. So let's go to the second one. So for this, you're going to need all the three pieces, the triangle bit that we just unraveled from the first top that we created, and then a second panel the same length as this other one. So you have to make 2 of these panels and then a triangle panel. And then what we are going to do is basically is just the same thing that we did. After doing that, where this comes in is that it's going to go in here like this, the opposite way. And now this, you're going to align it on this other side and stitch it through this part. So that's how it's going to be. And this other part, I'm going to align it on this other side. So you're supposed to stitch through this side and the other side. So let's start. I'll turn my work like that, and then I'm going to start working from this side all the way to the end. So you can decide to make any of the tops that I've shown you, and you can always tag me on Instagram or Facebook at Donny Crochets, or on TikTok at Donny Crochets as well. I always love to hear from you. And this top was actually a request from one of my followers on TikTok, where she asked me how to create a tutorial for this, and that's why we're doing this design today. I'll always try to make tutorials for each and every one of your requests. Some of them I'm sure there's still one that is pending, and I'm working on that, and when I get more time I am going to create that tutorial. So basically that's what you do. I'll meet you at the end. So I've finished the first side, I've attached the first side, and now I wanted to show you this other side in case you're getting confused. So this side will go here, yeah, and then now this side will go in. It will first go in and then it will come this side like that. So start off putting them together. In the midpoint, after finding the midpoint, you start attaching them together. Within your ends as you go, or you can do it afterwards. I always make my videos short. As I was starting crochet, by the way, I really struggled to watch long videos. I used to doze off. So this is for my people who really struggle to concentrate as much. So I always try to make them shorter, but when there's need for me to make them longer, I try to make it not so long so that you don't start dozing off like I used to do. So let me align it well first and figure out what I'm doing, if it's making sense. Yeah. Make sure you check as you go. Let's turn it from this other side first. We are on track. So this is the first one, and then now the second one is going like this. Align it well, and then you'll attach it to where you stopped off. So this, and then you continue from there to the end. Always use stitch markers if you are not able to align your work as you go. The stitch markers will help you to align your work as you attach them together. This design also needs straps as well, so it's going to be a lace up at the back. You can decide to make it a lace up, or you can decide to stitch up the back and have cleavage at the front. So what should I do first? Let's stitch up the back first, because I think that's the design that I did, but you can decide to make it a lace up however you want it. That's how you're going to do it. But I think for this design, let's stitch it up. Since we are stitching it up, I'm not going to cut my yarn. What I'm going to do is first pull up the yarn so that it doesn't unravel. Check how my work is looking like. I know it doesn't make sense at the moment, but it will, trust me. So what you want to do is take these ends and turn them back like this. Yeah. So what you're going to do is stitch up this area where you attach the third panel going down, or you can also decide to stitch it up from somewhere here heading downwards. But let me show you how it will look like if you start stitching up from here where I've left off. So you hold them together, working within the ends as you go, as you work. attach more yarn to the end that's almost coming to an end. Continue working. And what I like to do is, say I had reattached another yarn and I have this end, I also like to just work it into my work as I move along. So keep going. To the end. So let's turn it back inside and check our progress. It looks like this. That is if you can fit inside here, and if you can't fit inside here, you'll have to put a lace up at the back. So what you want to do is also close these ends, this side and this side, and then now for the middle part, you'll close it up depending on how much of cleavage you want. Yeah, so it will depend on how much of cleavage you want. So let me first close this end, and then close a bit of this end, and open this up and show you how it would look like with a lace up, and hopefully wear it. Yeah, so I've closed up everything, and so far this is how the top is looking like. It will make sense when it's on my body. So let me grab the strap that I made and then I show you. So this is my strap and this is the top. How you're going to wear this: your hand will go here, another hand will go here, and then this part will go through your head, like so. Oh, I've worn it inside out. This is the wrong side. It should be on the other side, but it's okay. So you readjust everything to your fit, and then, as I said, you can make the cleavage longer or shorter according to how you like. And this lace up will go to the back. Let me try and lace it up for you guys. Remember, this is the wrong side. The wrong side should be on the inside of, should face the side of your body. It has an interesting view at the back. So I'm just lacing it up roughly and showing you guys in a few. Let me remove this top the one that I have inside, and show you what it really looks like. Yeah, so the front looks like this. Let me show you what the back looks like. Like, share and subscribe.